Hello, welcome back and thanks for joining me. It's Judy from Thistledew Creations, and I wanted to just do a quick little video to show you my progress on the Thorn Witch book that I got at the thrift store the other day. I completely gutted it last night watching television. I do save these covers. You could certainly make a journal in this cover. You could either use this and create a Halloween junk journal inside of it, or you could collage this and create a whole different theme, whatever you want. You've got a mint green interior in here, so you could do something more spring-like. But I wanted to show you what I salvaged so far. So there was some little sketches that I fussy cut and fussy tore out. And these might have not all been out of this book, but the rest of these were. We've got this picture was really cute of the woman sewing. So this will go in my sewing ephemera box. I keep my postal swap boxes and I have them categorized. So I've got like mermaid, sewing, all the themes that I want to do someday in the future, but I don't have very much ephemera for. So sewing is one that I definitely will do at least one journal when I get enough stuff. So she'll go in the sewing. And then this was just a cute little drawing, and I actually sacrificed a cute drawing on the back, but she wasn't any particular theme. Like the Halloween ones I cut out, but this one I just thought I would be more likely to use this little letter and envelope than I would a random girl that wasn't really dressed in costume. But the ones that were Halloween themed, I thought I would definitely want to use to make some cute Halloween books this season. And I got to get at them because it's the end of October or end of September now. And then this little girl dressed as a spider. I love her. And this little trio, a ghost and a spider and a witch, I guess. Yeah, same characters. So I fussy cut those last night. And then there was another little spot where it was just the spider's face. So she might go on an ATC. And there's the witch's face. And then there was I guess you call this a Jolly Roger flag. I'm not sure. It's skull and crossbones on a black flag, tattered. That was on a picture with pirates. But I had taken most of the picture of the pirates away with cutting out one of these. I don't know if I can find it on here. Anyway, so that was all that was really salvageable off of that page, and so I did. I thought, well, it's not really Halloween, but it's skull and crossbones, and I could also do a pirates one. And then this was in the very back of the book, because there's a part where she was in a blackberry bush, or blackberry bush, I think. So I just thought this was a cute little scene that I will use in like a recipe journal or just a homey country journal. And then I did save the words the Thorn Witch, and that actually applies to one of the characters in the book here. I'll show you, but these are the end pages of the book, the mint green paper. It's a really nice thick paper. It's not quite cardstock, but it's much thicker than copy paper, and it's a really pretty color. So that I will just put it in my drawer with my green papers. That's simple as that. And then I don't try to keep all this together. I'm not trying to take apart a book and put it back together again. I'm trying to take apart a book and create a bunch of other projects with it. So I don't try to keep it all together. I'm not sure what this was. I think this was another book that I was taking apart last night too. Then there was this, this was like the first and second page of the book, and there's all this ivy. So I'm planning to make some tags out of the border. Like I'll cut it across here, and use these little snippets as well. The back side has some ivy in the center, which I can get out of there because it won't interfere. It's in this area. So that I will definitely do some, actually maybe we'll do that right now if I have time. I think I do. Yeah, I still have a little bit of time. And then the rest of the pages that I saved were just where it was text. So I like the larger font to use that sometimes behind pictures and stuff. So I either used my ripple scissors, or I tore whichever I felt like doing at the moment. And so all of the parts that are just text, instead of just tossing them, I'm saving those and they will go in my book page drawer. And then I saved some full pages because I just wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with them. This full page with the two kids is just adorable, but it's a little large unless you were going to do a really big book and had room for a really big tag. I wouldn't necessarily want to fold them, so I'm not sure how I would use that. I thought maybe I would just salvage this little one on the back, which is also really cute. It's them walking away, and I'd be more likely to have a way to use that one. And then I would be able to salvage the book page. So I was just undecided. Let me know in the comments, which side would you try to keep? Or would you just keep it and use it as a page in a book? Problem with that is you're likely going to want to fold it in half. I guess you could, if you did a tall skinny book, you could maybe get it in there and get one of them on each page. That could work. So let me know in the comments which you would do. And this is the Thorn Witch. Here she's making some sort of brew or something, or dishing it out. And I just love the melted candles and the cracked pitcher and all that kind of stuff. And then this one is Grandma with the kids telling a story and knitting. So again, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to salvage. This picture is kind of cool. It's not a bad size for a journaling card in a Halloween journal. I'm not sure. And then this is an awesome picture of her, the Thorn Witch. It's the way I feel some days. And there is her in her cave. I just love her scrappy dress with the X stitching. I just love that. And here's her cave again. And so this top part could just be background paper used for collage, and then you could use the bottom part, or you could fold this and do a journaling flip, but then you're salvaging this. So it's always that thing of which side of the page do you use, right? And then there she is again. And then some more of her cave with her cooking area. And then this text is on a colored background, which is kind of unique. I always like to try to use those. And then another one for a recipe journal, or a nature journal, the blackberry thorns. I love both of those pictures, so I don't know which way to do it. And I may just solve the problem by sending them in Happy Mail. And then I won't have to worry about which one gets used. I've already picked out the parts that I can definitely use, and the others are a little problematic for me, so I just don't know sometimes. So let's go ahead, since I do have another 25 minutes or so, and let's make ourselves some little ivy tags. Now that's not going to quite fit in there, so I got to cut them down first with this. So that one has a neat butterfly on it too, or moth. I'm going to start at the bottom here, and I'm just kind of visually lining up my blue lines there with my cutting line. So there's a nice little tag. I can back it first. It's too thin, in my opinion, it's too thin to be a tag. So I might just put some paper bag or something on the back of it to make it thicker. And then once I've done that, then I will round the top with my punch. And I'm very tempted to salvage the leaves. And what I would do is either fussy cut them and have them sticking out off the, in this case, it's more like a bookmark size. Either that, or cover up this white part with a collage of something and kind of work around them. You could even fussy cut just these edges and flip them over and fill in, perhaps. That will be fun to figure out. Lots of ideas there anyway. And then I'll do the same thing here. I don't have anything on the back other than text. So I want to try to save the edges of these leaves. And maybe do the same thing there. That'll be fun. And then this, just a little bit here, I will save that. And then I still have two full girls here. They're not really dressed for Halloween. They're just sort of cute little girls. So I might just put that with the book page. Not that I don't like cute little girls, but I don't really need that. Now this one also has some ivy that goes into the center, but I'm really wanting to salvage this up here. I don't really need to. It wouldn't be the end of the world if I didn't get it. I think this book cost me 79 cents. So I'm getting quite a bit for my money out of 79 cents. So what I'll do, I've got a really nice sized tag here. Just gonna cut that like that. You kind of have to make decisions, right? So you don't always make the right one, but maybe what I'll do here is cut 2.5. That'll go in my punch. And I can either put lace or something here, is probably what I'll do. Lace or another little strip of something. And then I'm left with 2 more. And because I'm not too worried about the back, I'm more concerned about having some ivy to use because I love ivy. And then there's just that. Well, I could just still salvage this for a collage. And then all that's left is that little bit, which could go in my book page stuff. When you get doing masterboards, sometimes you need just a little piece. So I'm not going to punch all of these because I do want to add something on the back. I could just do it. I've got a brown envelope here that's big enough. And Lord knows I have enough of them. So I'm going to put glue on the back side of this. Just so we have a project along with our little show and tell. The only thing is I won't be able to punch it very well until it's dry. What I'll do is I'll try, and if I can't punch it, then I will leave it, punch it later, and put that picture in my thumbnail for you. I still haven't figured out how to splice 2 videos together. I'll cut myself a square edge up here. Even this, it might not want to cut it very well. Make sure that it's square. There we go. So there's a backed, it's still fairly thin, but I just like that little bit of extra sturdiness for when you want to put it into a pocket, that it's not all floppy. It's still, because it's wet, it's not stiffened up at all. I'm going to put it this way up so the ladybug is going up. And I'll try it in my little tag punch. Ow. And this often does this to me. It has a couple of spots where it doesn't quite want to let go. But that gives me a chance to use my pretty little scissors, so I'm not too upset. Then I'll ink the edges. And I like when you have a rough edge and you ink it, it has a really neat feel to it. So I don't get too upset when it does this. I'm not trying to have all perfect edges. It's not my style for my junk journals. I only round the corners because it's easier to get things in and out of pockets with rounded corners. So that's not even very dark. I didn't have my cap off of my ink. Take it off. Put a little more on for the back side so that it shows. I think I have time to add a little bit of embellishments to this, just to show you how I would cover up that side bit. I would take some lace, usually. This is pretty lace. This was from the same thrift haul. This was on the front of the wedding journal that I got. And I'm just going to use... Actually, I won't just use it just where the white is. I'll go all the way down. And, you know, I think that is so pretty just the way it is. Oh, no, I've got this. I wonder if this is the right shade. Maybe I'll move that over, put this underneath. I don't often have green lace to work with. That's pretty. And then I could put this kind of over top of it. I don't think it matters which side. I'll go ahead and put down some 3-in-1. So just to show you that you don't really have to worry about when you're salvaging things. If there is a little strip like that that you don't want, you can cover it up instead of having to have a narrower tag. So there's that layer, and then I think I still want to add this just because it's pretty. So I'm going to overlap that just on top of the green, and then just give myself some zigzags here to catch whatever I can catch on that lace. This still had a few little pieces of paper attached to it. So ivy and lace, really pretty. And then for a topper, like a tassel, maybe some ribbon instead, just for another texture. And I do have this sparkly green ribbon that I was struggling to, I mean, it's definitely could be used at Christmas time. But then with the ladybug, maybe some red would be better. I've got this that's kind of an earthy red like she is. So maybe I'll use that. This was wrapped around a little booklet that someone sent me in Happy Mail, and I thought it was so pretty. Doubled it up, put it right through, and then I will cut on an angle tops, and not trying to not have them equal. I want them sort of staggered, all different lengths. And I still have one piece that I can use somewhere else. So that turned out pretty cute. So there's my 79 cents worth already, just on that one tag. And I've got a whole bunch more tags and a whole bunch more fussy cuts, a whole bunch of book pages to share and to use. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing this process, real quick and impromptu, and I hope you'll share your children's books projects. We'd all love to see what you make out of a thrift store find children's book. That would be great. So like, comment, share, and subscribe. Most of all, have a great day and happy crafting.